this video, we will learn about words that are often used in everyday, namely nouns. But before we started, let us introduce ourselves.
My name is Lintang Aurellia Putri Pawitra. My student number is 2305086049.
My name is Nursyahada with student number 23050866044.
I'm Najwa Az-Zahra and my student number is 23050866065.
And now, let's get into the material.
What is noun? A noun is a part of speech that names people, place, animals, objects, or ideas. Essentially, nouns help us label the world around us. Let's break it down further. There are two main types of nouns, proper nouns and common nouns. Proper nouns are specific names like John, Tokyo, or Monday. They are always capitalized. Common nouns, on the other hand, are general names such as man, city, or day. Nouns can also be classified as concrete or abstract. Concrete nouns refer to things you can perceive with your sense, like apple or dog. Abstract nouns represent ideas or emotions, like freedom or love. Let's not forget collective nouns, which refer to groups, like team, family, or herd. Nouns perform various functions in a sentences. They can act as subjects, direct objects, indirect objects, and complements. For example, in subject, the cat sleeps. For example, in direct objects is she reads a book. For example, in indirect object, he gave his sister a gift. And example for complements, they are students. Now that we know what nouns are, let's dive into some examples to see how they work in action. Here's a sentence. Sarah bought a new car. Sarah is a proper noun because it's a specific name, and car is a common, concrete noun because it refers to a tangible object. How about this one? The team won the championship. Team is a collective noun representing a group of people, and championship is an abstract noun as it refers to an achievement. Okay, one more. Happiness is important in life. Happiness is an abstract noun because it represents an emotion. And life is a common noun referring to an existence or state. As you can see, nouns help us identify and categorize the word, making our sentences clear and meaningful.
Now that we know what nouns are, we're going to learn about them through poems. But before we begin, what exactly are poems? Poems are a type of writing that expresses ideas, emotions, and stories through creative and powerful language. There are many different types of poems, and here I've shown you 3 of the most common. The first one are haikus. So haikus are poems that are short and structured. Usually it has 3 lines with a very strict syllable count of 575. Then there is the opposite, which is free verse. Free verse has no structure and has no rhyme scheme. It allows for the writer to have greater freedom and expression. The last type is sonnets. So sonnets are poems that are very strict with their rhyme scheme and their structure. They usually have 14 lines. Now, here is an example of a poem. It's called Autumn Song by W.H. Auden. Now, the leaves are falling fast. Nurse's flowers will not last. Nurses to the graves are gone, and the prams go rolling on. Whispering neighbors left and right pluck us from the real delight, and the active hands must freeze, lonely on the separate knees. Dead in hundreds at the back, follow wooden in our track. Arms raised stiffly to reprove, in false attitudes of love. Starving through the leafless wood, trolls run scolding for their food, and the nightingale is dumb, and the angel will not come. Cold impossible ahead lifts the mountain's lovely head, whose white waterfalls could bless travelers in their last distress. Now that we have heard the entirety of the poem, let us try to identify all of the nouns inside of the poem. Here we have the first and second stanza. In the first stanza, we have nouns like leaves, nurses' flowers, nurses, graves, and prams. In the second stanza, we have nouns like neighbors, delight, hands, and knees. Now, on the third and fourth stanza, we have nouns like hundreds, back, track, arms, attitudes, love, wood, trolls, food, nightingale, and angel. And on the last stanza of this poem, we have nouns like mountains, head, waterfall, travelers, and distress.
Now, I have a little game for you. Can you guys guess what this picture is? What is this? It's leaves. What is this? It's graves. What is this? It's wood. What is this? It's mountain. What is this? It's waterfall. Yay! Now you have finished the game. Now, can you summarize what we have learned today? So, nouns are words used to name people, places, animals, objects, or ideas. Nouns can be classified into various types, including proper nouns, common nouns, concrete nouns, abstract nouns, and collective nouns. Nouns have several functions, namely subject, direct object, indirect object, and complement. A poem is a type of writing that expresses emotions, ideas, or stories using creative and powerful language. In W.H. Auden's Autumn Song contains nouns like nurse, flowers, and trees are used to create a rich and evocative scene of autumn. Thank you for learning with us. See you next time.